I'm honored to welcome all of you on behalf of the OCP Policy Center to this discussion this morning about redesigning education systems.
The next era will probably be about a new language. We have first of all to get acquainted with this new language. It will be about watch and monitor, listen and talk, speech recognition and interactions. So we have to make really huge leaps into that domain, and hoping that machines and automation will never replace the human beings.
The access to higher education now is getting lower. And this is because I realize personally that maybe students don't get employment, and the parents and the students want to put in their money to go to higher education, then come out and stay for 1 or 2, 3, 4 years without employment. So even those who went to universities, they started now going back to technical and vocational training to get the skills to even employ themselves.
How do we design, how do we develop programs, higher education programs that prepare global citizens who are much, much, much more culturally aware?
Again, Silas, Asiya, and Cassie, thank you very much. I would like to invite you all to the next session that will be moderated by my fellow Adama Gaye.
Il s'agit de discuter de politique étrangère et de stratégie de développement. J'invite M. Hubert Védrine et M. Nkosazana Moyo. Dans ce monde de diplomatie sans mur, on peut encore parler de politique étrangère. M. Védrine, pour commencer.
Le lien n'est pas évident, en fait.
Bien sûr.
Quant aux politiques étrangères, elles sont toujours là, elles seront toujours là. Les pays auront toujours à défendre, même ceux qui ne pensent pas avoir un rôle spécial. Les pays qui pensent avoir un rôle spécial ou une mission dans le monde sont très peu nombreux, en fait. Il n'y en a même pas 10. Hein. Les autres pays, c'est-à-dire 190, ils gèrent leurs intérêts de sécurité, de voisinage, ils défendent des idées, mais ça ne disparaîtra jamais.
I think that our foreign policy and the stance in our formulation of foreign policy is flawed precisely because of we want to talk to other people as opposed to talking to ourselves literally, because where it starts, and my co-panelists cited China and the likes, the starting point has to be what Africa does. And if there is any preaching to be done by us, it should not be foreigners, it should be to ourselves.
This morning we're going to talk about the transatlantic challenges between commonalities and differences.
I want to thank the OCP Center for having us all here. It's a great event, and it continues a great tradition over the last few years. When we say transatlantic, I think in normal usage it means North Atlantic. But what I'd like to do is talk about the Pan-Atlantic, which means the full Atlantic basin. And I think it's time for a different narrative.
I don't think the U.S. really sort of viewed the world in terms of a transatlantic basin. I think the U.S. viewed our relationship with the Americas in one way, our relationship with Europe in a different way, and our relationship with Africa in a different way, but not necessarily in one cohesive whole.
I think what has led to Trumpism, what has led to the situation which exists in the Atlantic and why the Atlantic consensus is broken, has to do with, and if you place two milestones, the first milestone would be 9/11, the second milestone would be 2008, the economic crisis.
Where I do think countries like those in Latin America, in Africa, in Asia, in Europe, can try and fill the vacuum is in the international or regional organizations, the multilaterals and the regional ones that have been created these last 70 years or even more.